Hi everyone, welcome to the BioEdge.
Saber-toothed cats have spectacular canine teeth, and most artwork and museum reconstructions of saber-toothed cats, particularly the Californian and North American saber-toothed cat Smilodon fatalis, which lived in the Pleistocene and died out only about 10,000 years ago, show the animal with its jaw open to the max, along the lines that we see in modern cats such as the jaguar and the leopard. Now, these cats such as the jaguar and the leopard, they not only snarl, but they open their mouth while snarling, and in that way they ensure that you can see their full set of canine teeth. And the point of this fang-baring expression in cats is to expose canine teeth that are normally covered up by the lips. Now, we question whether saber-toothed cats, particularly the genus Smilodon of the Americas, actually did any fang-baring at all. And so we question the correctness of the expression used in most reconstructions of these saber-toothed cats. We doubt actually that anybody has really thought about this before. I think most artists and most museum reconstructors simply assume that because some of the existing cats fang-bare when they demonstrate their fitness in confrontation with other carnivores, therefore Smilodon also fang-bared. But if you think about it, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense that Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat, would have fang-bared in the same way as leopards and jaguars. So let's walk us through the argument here. The main reason to fang-bare is to show that your canines are long and dangerous and that their tips are intact, because cats are rather short-lived animals, and when they're past their prime, they often get broken canine tips, which makes them less fit as antagonists. And so the point of a fang-baring expression is that it's an honest demonstration of weaponry that would not normally be seen if the animal kept its mouth shut. Now, two main points about this. Firstly, not all cats do this. For example, the Canada lynx does not fang-bare. If you can find us a photo of a Canada lynx fang-baring, send it to us, because we've looked and we've seen none. Whereas the very similar African lynx-like cat, the caracal, fang-bares at the drop of a hat. And you can go onto Google Images and find dozens of pictures of this animal fang-baring because it does it so readily. So you have two very similar cats there, the Canada lynx and the caracal, which would seem to have similar dentitions, and yet one does not fang-bare and the other one does. So even within the cats, we can't assume that fang-baring happened just because the animal involved was a member of the Felidae. The whole family, Ursidae, the whole bear family, which is also in the order Carnivora, does not do any fang-baring at all in interspecific confrontation. And so again, it's far from a safe assumption that Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat, would have fang-bared in the way depicted in most artwork that reconstructs this spectacular carnivore from the Pleistocene. And secondly, the tips of the canines of saber-toothed cats were exposed permanently. That's the whole deal about a saber-tooth, is that it's so long that it projects from the closed mouth. And in the case of Smilodon, it projected a long way, several inches from the closed mouth. And so from that point of view, there's absolutely no point in a saber-toothed cat fang-baring, because its fangs are already bare. And moreover, demonstrating that weaponry to another carnivore, particularly an antagonistic member of another group of carnivores, such as a bear or a wolf, would also be pointless and, in fact, a bit of a liability, because it's illogical to suppose that saber-toothed cats would have used those teeth, the canine teeth, in a brawl of that sort anyway. The whole point about saber-toothed canines is that they were long to the point of being vulnerable. They're fragile, extremely specialized teeth that have to be protected because they are deployed in special ways against the megaherbivore prey, and they're not rough and ready, robust, knockabout teeth at all. And so that, combined with their length, means that they really are not suitable for quick biting and brawling and the kind of use that, for example, the wolf makes of its canines. And so not only is the canine permanently on display in saber-toothed cats, but it's not the weapon that would be used in this kind of brawling. The weaponry that saber-toothed cats would likely use in a brawl with a bear or a wolf or even indeed another member of the same species would be the claws, which are extremely large, extremely sharp, particularly large on the forefeet, and would be as dangerous as any canines. And so whichever way you look at it, there's no real reason to suppose that saber-toothed cats, such as Smilodon fatalis in North America, and the even larger and more spectacular Smilodon populator in the Pampas of Argentina in South America, did any of this fanciful fang-baring expression of the face that we're so familiar with in virtually all reconstructions. If you go into the Wikipedia site for Smilodon, you'll quickly see what we mean, because not only are paintings, even by the very best paleo artists, done with this extreme open mouth expression, but even the skeletons are mounted with that expression. And although it has a kind of a cheap, dramatic appeal, the teeth of these animals are so long that really that kind of exaggeration is in a sense counterproductive. The animal is perfectly dramatic enough even with its mouth closed, because its teeth are so spectacularly long. So we question that habit. It's probably done unthinkingly, but it's a pseudoscientific habit, and it's a case of art at the expense of science, and we recommend that in future Smilodon be painted and otherwise reconstructed with its mouth firmly shut when it's in offensive or defensive expressions and postures. And until next time, this is signing off from Exploring the Bio Edge, and we'll see you later.